Hey, 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 it is time. It is time for our power up to double up. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Thank you guys all. I hope you're here, even on Facebook. Make sure to comment and make a comment live, hashtag live or hashtag replay. We are in our Boss Babes um, week number five. Week number five. We're going to open up a prayer here. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for surrounding us with your love and guiding us with wisdom and making it clear to us what you want us to do for you. I just pray that everyone that is on and everyone that watches the replay is just feels your love and feels your arms around them, and pray for healing and wisdom and abundance and guidance over them and over their family. We just thank you for another day. Thank you for all the things that you're doing in our lives and the stretching and the growing that you're having us do, to be more of the person that you have called us to be. Open our minds up to be able to see you and hear you and do what you want us to do for the kingdom. I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, let's get started. I'm so excited. We are on week number five. I'm really excited. Got a lot of things to crow about. First of all, we're going to do a bridal event on Sunday. I've never done a bridal event I do brides, but I've never really, it's been a while since I've done a bridal event at a vendor booth. And so we're going to actually do one, and there's supposed to be 500 to 800 people coming through the event, which I'm excited, a little nervous, but excited about. It'll make a long day, but then, like, I don't know about you, but you book people on your calendar. And then, sometimes you get cancellations, sometimes you get reschedules, and that's normal. But last week I was busy. I mean, like it seemed like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I was just busy. And so this week, starting Wednesday, I don't know what it is, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I have stuff booked. And the party for Saturday, she confirmed and asked if 7 people could be there. And I said, sure, why not? So I have a party booked for 7, and then we have the bridal event on Sunday. So I'm going to be really wiped out by Monday, but it's okay. It's a good wiped out. It's pouring the light and the love of Jesus out on a lot of people. And then I have things booked tomorrow at the senior homes. We have an event. And then Thursday, I'm out selling gifts. And then Friday, I have a group home that I'm doing. So it's just going to be a week packed things, full of things where I can actually be the hands and feet of Jesus and spread his love. So I'm excited about that. So I don't know what you got on your books, but this is the season to get things booked. People want to be with people. They want to connect with people more now than ever. I don't know if you know that. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that people want to connect with people? They don't want to sit home alone anymore like COVID. They don't want that. They want to connect with people. And I thoroughly believe that everyone I come across wants to meet me. They want to meet me. Now, whether I want to meet them or not, I don't know. But they want to meet me, and they need what I have. So that's what I'm going to say. The light and the love of Jesus, along with the products that we have. A lot of them have never, I'm finding a lot of people haven't tried Mary Kay in a long time, or they've never tried Mary Kay, and they don't have a consultant. Now, is that not awesome? So that's just more customers, more people. So you guys, I hope you keep warm chatting as you're out and about, as you go to your appointments, as you go to the doctors, you go to the schools, as you go to the grocery store. Keep warm chatting to people, passing out your cards, just with a smile. People just want to know that they're being seen. So sometimes it just takes a smile, or a handshake, or pass out your business card, offer a compliment, and that will make them feel better, because people need to have some more confidence. They need to know that they're okay in whatever circumstance they're going through, they're okay. Okay? Anybody want to add on to that at all? Right? No? Yeah?
I agree
Mary Kay,
100%.
oh, sorry.
100%.
Mary
All
Kay
right.
said, treat everyone as if they had a sign around their neck. Make me feel special.
Yep. 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 Let me turn my volume up here a little bit. But yeah, and it is, uh, sometimes I get, I want to say intimidated. I lack confidence to talk to people. Well, once I get out and about, like on that event on Sunday, once I get out there, it's okay. I got it, man. My confidence comes back and I talk to people. It's not like I've never done it before. I've been doing it for 24 and a half years. Doesn't matter. But sometimes, even though we've been in that long, we lose confidence on what we're doing. If we don't use it, we start to lose it. So that's what I'm going to say. We just need to use it. Use it more and more, which is kind of cool. So you guys ready to watch Dawn Otten-Sweeney on Boss Babes? Are you ready to watch her? She's a trailblazer and she's pretty awesome. So let me go ahead and share the screen. Let's do it the correct way this time. I'm not going to be technically challenged like I sometimes am. Technically challenged. Okay, so let's go ahead.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Boss Babe Trailblazer Edition. And I could not be more excited that Karen Rydell asked me to participate in this. And it's not by accident. It's not by accident that you're listening and you're in Mary Kay right now. And it's not by accident that Karen asked me, and all the speakers are going to serve a role in this. I promise you. Because you are part of a trailblazing DNA pioneering opportunity mission field for women. And God had to remind me about this feature of our DNA when COVID-19 happened. Pandemic happened, world shut down. My husband owns a gym and conditioning facility. We live in Michigan. Our state was closed down the soonest and possibly the longest. His business was one of the first to go. And at that point in time, I was not a digital diva. I could not have done this. I didn't have a laptop. I had a hard drive the size of a dishwasher in my home, hooked up to the wall, that me and my assistant worked on, because I've been in Mary Kay 38 years. Our trailblazing was done in cars, in airplanes, hotel rooms, training centers, women's kitchen tables, offices, etc. And all of a sudden, we are sitting in our tiny little unrenovated 60-year-old lake house, and I'm realizing, well, okay, well, the majority of my income is not made from selling this product. And if we can't get product and my people can't get product, there's no income coming into our family at all. That's kind of a scary thought that I've never had in my 4 years up to that point in time. But what God reminded me is that you have been a trailblazer, you have been a pioneer all along. You were warm booked in a mall. You were raised to do a good job and get in a great school and have a good job and be a good person and go to church on Sunday and Monday through Friday, work hard and raise your family if you could figure out as a woman how to do that around that schedule. And Saturday have recreation, work to retire, have some great vacation time in between. That's what I was raised for. And then all of a sudden, I'm realizing with this job out of college that this is get up, go to work, come home, watch TV, eat dinner, go to bed. Get up, go to work, come home, watch TV, eat dinner, go to bed. At the city they choose, regardless of what's going on in my life, it doesn't matter what's going on with, my family or my husband or my kids to be or aging parents or the part of the country, doesn't matter. This is the job you're supposed to do. Period. The end. And there's something about that didn't settle well with me. I didn't like making less than men for doing the same job. I didn't like that someone else had control over my time and my finances versus my willingness and my coachability and my dreams and goals. And so voila, sitting in a mall in the middle of the day, I was warm booked to be a face model for a new consultant's portfolio. Debbie Moore made her talk to me because that new consultant, Nancy Murata, was very shy. Nancy came to my apartment, me and my roommate tried the skincare, bought basic skincare, blush rouge, yellow concealer, and loved it. And then she invited me to an event. And at that event, that's where I started to get the inkling, like, I think this is my tribe. Like, I think these are the women I'm supposed to be with. Like, they're encouraging each other. I never, ever felt like I fit in with any group. I could hang out with all the different groups, but never felt like I fit in. Until in Mary Kay, oddly, I did feel like I fit in. And it wasn't because we were the same age, education, language, body shape, makeup preference. Nope. There was something about this tribe that I went, and I realized, looking back, they were trailblazers. They were women from 18 to 90, PhDs, GEDs, moms of 10 kids, single women, divorced, widowed, living all little towns, big towns, extroverted, introverted, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But they had a desire to blaze a new trail, to be a pioneer. And Mary Kay gave them the mission as she has given it to us. So you are a trailblazer, whether you've recognized it or not. It's in your DNA, or I don't believe that you'd be with us in Mary Kay right now, where we need women trailblazing straight to the top. If you have a leadership bent, we need you. If you don't have a leadership bent, could you please find some leaders? Your director's going to help you do that. Absolutely. And that is called passing it on, which Mary Kay Ash, she wasn't just a trailblazer for her own trail. She did this so that we would have a trail to walk on, but knowing that she couldn't know all the things that have happened in the last 62 years of this company, that everything would be shut down and our business that we prided on being in person could be revolutionized to be able to do it with a computer screen in between us. You guys, I look back at the times I was given an opportunity to make a traditional decision or an unconventional trailblazing decision. Definitely getting my starter kit that night. Post-dated check, not enough, more month than money. That was a risk, but you had electronic banking then, so I covered it. Also, too, Debbie Moore was there, and she had quit her teaching job with a pink Cadillac and a small child to be at home and make 4 times what she was making as a teacher. That was a trailblazing idea. I had not seen people go from their college-educated jobs to direct sales ever. That was pretty untraditional in the late 80s, definitely unconventional in my family. My family was not supportive. Family and friends were not supportive. In my first 36 months in Mary Kay, I signed up in Cleveland, went back to Michigan for 17 weeks while my husband went to the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center to become a federal agent. And then we found out we were stationed in Douglas, Arizona. And 1 year, 12 months after that, he was asked to be an instructor back at the Law Enforcement Training Center. So we moved to St. Simons Island, Georgia. My first 36 months, 4 states, 9 addresses, from Cleveland to Metro Detroit to right on the Mexican border, 9,000 people. Half didn't speak a word of English, and I didn't speak a word of Spanish. And then St. Simons Island, small golf resort island. A lot of people move there to have that pre-retirement life or a real laid back, beautiful life. So those 4 areas, 36 addresses, and my husband going through a super intense training program that if you failed any of the tests, it was done. You were done. And he had waited 2 years to get this position. And then that 17 weeks at the academy. And then we got married and moved, his wife across the country. So that was trailblazing. That was very unconventional for his family. Mom nurse, dad teacher. You're going to realize, I hope, in the process of this study, that you are far more of a trailblazer and a pioneer than you've given yourself credit for. And that when God lays something on your heart, he always provides for it, always. It's just our responsibility to be obedient. And we know what obedience looks like in Mary Kay. It's book, coach, sell, recruit, do it again. Book, coach, sell, recruit, do it again. Whether you have a computer screen in between you or you're out with people. I can look at a couple different situations, all those moves. Did Queen's Court of Sales down in Douglas, Arizona, with a flip chart in Spanish and a brochure in Spanish. It made me realize that it wasn't my personality. I didn't have to be extroverted. I didn't have to be anything other than help those women feel better about themselves. Take a translator sometimes. They handed over cash and I handed over products and did Queen's Court of Sales and earned a car at the end of that year. And then my husband's job moved us. So I went to seminar, because you go to 4 events a year, because Trailblazers, we play by the rules of the game, but we're willing to figure out things because your journey is going to look different than anyone else's. But isn't that great? That is what allows us to do God first, family second, career third. See, if everyone's had to look the same, that balance would not be something that you would get to work with 100% of the time. And I guarantee you 100% of my 38 years, I've gotten to work with God first, family second, career third. Actually, this is where I met God. I knew who he was, but had no relationship. That all happened through Mary Kay. Wow, that's trailblazing right there for eternity. My son was born, fairly new director. My second year, just picked up my first Cadillac, had an emergency C-section, lived way away from family. So when people say family isn't supportive, or they live far away, or I don't have help with my kids, or it's a small town, or it's too big of a town, or I have another job. I had another job, 80 hours a week when I started this. I did a perfect start in 2 weeks, did the math and said, bye-bye. And from that day forward was responsible for figuring out how to make enough money to pay for either rent or now a mortgage, to earn a car. So I no longer had a car or insurance payment, to pay for groceries, electric, the whole deal. There's been seasons of my business that my husband's made more than enough money for a whole family to live on very comfortably, GS 14 position. But there is something about this opportunity that God said, no, this has nothing to do with what your husband makes or doesn't make. I need you staying forward focused to be a trailblazer here. And now I know why, because we're in a time period in Mary Kay, batons need to be passed. We need to be finding those women while you're doing your book, coach, sell, recruit, the 4-part recruiting plan. Be out there, in front of people with the product. Nothing happens until you sell something, but this is not about selling the product. We use the product as a vehicle to meet the trailblazers, and you will know who they are because they start to lean in when you're talking about the opportunity in Mary Kay's story and where you were when you started and where you're going to. People aren't used to hearing women talk about goals and dreams. I had never heard that. That was not something they taught me at the University of Michigan Business School. What's your dream? Yeah, conversation never happened. Thought never happened until I was in Mary Kay. And I'm like, oh, wow, like I have no idea. I really haven't thought about a dream. I want to give you guys a book because Mary Kay said one of the keys to success was to read every single day. She was politically incorrect. She said the Bible in the morning and an inspirational book at night or sometime in the afternoon. Schedule it. No one has time just laying around to read. It has to be scheduled. All of my reading time is scheduled. But the longer I've been in Mary Kay, the more I realize I have to continue changing my thinking because my DNA is trailblazing and pioneering. I now know, but I didn't know how to do it. You may not even know how to do it. You may not even know what you don't know. I guarantee you, if you will do the Mary Kay book, coach, sell, recruit, as your director teaches you, and do it again and again and again, and get your hands on all the books that Mary Kay has read, or someone has written about her so that you know about this ultimate trailblazer, she's going to sound a lot like you. And you're going to be excited to represent a company of trailblazers. But while you're out there, we need to be passing these batons on because women need this business as much or more than when Mary Kay had this laid on her heart 62 years ago. When my son was 3 months old, he had to have an open heart surgery, which was on an emergency basis. I left my home in June and was in Jacksonville, Florida for a week to stabilize him and then air ambulanced up to Ann Arbor, Michigan. I will tell you guys that was a huge turning point for me and my husband. I had Mary Kay directors drive in that weren't mine. They were not part of my lineage. They just drove in and did my meetings and helped out while I was gone at the end of a Mary Kay seminar year. My husband was a federal agent with those golden handcuff insurance benefits that I talk about. And no one gave him vacation time. No one helped him out. Actually, it was before the Family Security Act. So he took work without pay. And the great insurance we had from the government, from him being a federal agent, would pay for open heart surgery for Jake in Jacksonville, Florida, but they would not necessarily pay for the air ambulance, which was, I don't know, a lot of money, tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars, because they said he could have his surgery there. But that was two open heart surgeries, two separate open heart surgeries versus one. There was a physician that had invented a one-step open heart surgery for infants for tetralogy of flow. And so, you know what? I did not have that money in a savings account, but as there was something with this business, like I knew I'd regret it if I didn't try it. I also knew I'd regret if I didn't try being a Cadillac director, and did do that 6 months as a new director in a town that no one did meetings in because the director that was there said that it was too small. She went up to Savannah or down to Jacksonville, Florida. Wow. I became a director and earned a Cadillac in 6 months. I was there on St. Simon's, gosh, for 15 years. Earned 13 trips. It was the base to my $1 million units in national area. Moved up to Detroit when God called me and my husband to come back home and again trailblaze, because there was not any technology at that point in time. So I had to record all my training on cassette tapes and have 800 numbers and free conference call. I figured that all out myself. Like that was necessary. There's going to be stuff God's going to give you strategic ideas. The book recommendation is Multiplying Your God-Given Potential by John Bevere, Bevere. I love this book because it's going to teach you how God works with strategic ideas. That was like dreams. I had never heard of that before. Also, too, it's all based on Matthew 30:14 through 25. And that is what Mary Kay, that's a lie, Matthew 25:14 through 30. Oh, I think I'm dyslexic and maybe a little ADD. And social anxiety for sure. So if those are anything that you've dealt with, this business is a great way to work through it without, it's going to save you drugs and lots of counseling. God's going to use this as a potter wheel. But Matthew 25:14 through 30, Mary Kay signed that on my dollar bill when I left her home at new director training a long time ago, 36 years ago. And that whole book is about that. It's about being willing to take a risk. It's about the parable of the talents and the person that buries their talents and doesn't use it to God's full potential for you, not for what the world sees. The world may think that you're very successful and, you have it all made, but you know that you haven't taken the steps to throw your heart across a line to reach God's full potential for you towards your big dream. And Mary Kay, she told us more so than any accolade that we could achieve. She said, if you do not hear good and faithful servant at the end, then none of the other stuff is worthwhile. That was a trailblazing statement. I had never met a woman like Mary Kay before. There was this concern about my spiritual and my personal, my marriage and my child rearing years, as she was the success that I brought to this company. She's a trailblazer. She was a pioneer. You're a trailblazer. You're a pioneer. I cannot wait to see what you do with this new discernment, focus, transformation, and work. Work hard, trust God, dream big, to see what that turns into by career conference and then seminar 2025. You guys, thank you for participating. Don't squander this opportunity. This important time frame is important in Mary Kay, and you're part of it for a reason.
Huh. Okay, so I need some help here. Why did she want to blaze a new trail? What was her inspiration? Anybody?
To pay for her son's surgery. Not the surgery, but the bills for uh the ambulance and stuff like that.
Okay. And that was her inspiration?
Well,
Yes.
it's part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what changed in her business because she blazed a new trail?
She became a um not a director because she already was a director, right? I
Well,
think,
not at first. When she first started, what think
or
back
she
to when she
became a
first started.
director.
Yeah, when she first started, what was she doing when she first started and got into Mary Kay? Before Mary Kay, what was she doing?
I don't know because I had to step out because I had to deal with something.
Okay.
I think wasn't she working a 9 to 5 job, just 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5. That's all she was doing.
Oh,
Yep.
she had she was working and then she ended up coming home watching TV, eating, watching TV. That's what I caught before, like,
Yeah. And then
but
she went to the mall and got warm chattered.
yeah.
Somebody asked her to be a model. A new consultant was scared to ask her to be a model. Yeah. I think that's so funny because you know what? When we go out, even if we've been in 20 years and we go out to warm chat people and we haven't done it in a while, we get scared to go out and pass out a card. It doesn't matter if we're new or if we've been in 20 years. We still do. I talk to people all the time, but do I pass out my card? No. And why not? Well, because I'm just out to meet people. And then if the conversation comes up, I will pull out a card, but normally I don't. I just running in because I go to the store a lot. And so I just run in to get what's on my list, the few things on my list, and to get out. Because I don't know about you, but I get sometimes I don't want to say overwhelmed, but it becomes a lot. Uh, when people are just shopping everywhere. You notice that, right? Am I the only one that noticed? People are everywhere. Like
Overstimulated.
yeah, there's just so many people. It's just like, oh my gosh, don't you people have a home? Don't you work? Why are you here? And first thing, I went to Walmart on Rosedale Highway right after I dropped the kids off at school one morning, and I thought I had a hard time finding a place to park, and I thought, what are these people doing here at 8:30 in the morning? Don't they have? Don't they punch a time clock? I'm an independent contractor. I work for myself. But these people, what are they doing in my store at 8:30 in the morning? You know what I mean? And it just amazes me that we have so many people here. I don't even know what our population is, but I think we've grown a lot. But people are everywhere, and not just 8 to 5. You know, back in the 70s, there was always a mad rush of traffic going to work at 8 in the morning and getting off at 5, and then there was like the streets were kind of dead. Not anymore. Streets are packed all the time. People are going everywhere all the time, 24 hours a day. People are going. They never stop. So am I the only one that notices this? It's kind of crazy. When I lived in Reno, which is a 24-hour town, there wasn't nothing to go to the grocery store at 10, 11 o'clock at night and have people standing there playing the slot machines on their way out with their groceries. You know what I mean? People just do that. They're up all the time, days, nights, and whatever. But we used to shut the whole town down, by 6, 7 o'clock, the whole town was like shut down. But I don't know. Not that way anymore. So what changed in her business because she blazed a new trail? What was that? What changed?
She became a pink Cadillac sales director, and she was able to move and take over the small town that she lived in, and be very, very successful and earn lots of trips. And she was just very successful.
And I heard her say that the director that was there, was it the director that was there that said, she's moving, there's nothing here. They couldn't do nothing here. But she moved there and she took it over and flourished, right? Yeah, well, it brings me to the point of what we think up here. We have a business at our fingertips. We have a business. So if we want to create money, it doesn't matter if we have product on the shelf or not. We find a way to create money when we need to create money. If you have product on your shelf, it's easier, especially at this time of the year, to sell it for Valentine's. But you create, and it's all about what you think. What you think you have. If you think that you don't have a way to create money, but yet you have a Mary Kay business and nobody wants to buy and nobody wants to do this and nobody wants to do that, then that's what you're going to attract. Nobody that wants to buy and nobody that wants a facial. But when you think in abundance in your brain, I'm just saying abundance in your brain, it will come to you. It will come to you. God will bless you and it will come to you. You can't think small. You can't. You have to think big. And I never used to think big before Mary Kay because I was at 8 to 5. Well, actually not 8 to 5, but I was punching that time clock, doing my job, going home, not never having any extra money, not never being able to do anything, working like a dog, working with the guys. I was making the same pay as most of the guys, or the guys that have my position, but it was the whole point. It's not what I wanted to do. I knew there was more out there than what I had. There had to be. God wouldn't bring me this far. And me too. I rededicated my life to the Lord after I got into Mary Kay. So God used this as a vehicle for me to get closer to him. But I mean, I went on the journey, went through hell to come back on the other side. And so we all have our journeys. But okay, so how does her story inspire you? How does it inspire you? Does it give you hope? How does it inspire you?
I loved her enthusiasm through the whole thing. She was just, you could tell she was really excited talking about it. And that's what inspires me, her enthusiasm, because her words were very hopeful, and just her way she was delivering her positive words and letting us know that Mary Kay is, we're worth it. We're worth it.
We are. I saw somewhere, I don't know if it's Facebook or I think it was Facebook. Someone posted, and I don't know who it was, something about women who, how do I put this? Women who don't feel that it's important to take care of yourself. And that's not true. It is important to take care of yourself. I mean, as far as the facial and take care of your skin, people who say, oh, no, I don't use anything. You know what? You know what that tells me? They don't love themselves. They don't like themselves. They don't love themselves. They don't want to take care of themselves. Because I'm not saying you have to be a beauty model walking across stage, but what I'm saying is when you take the time to take care of yourself, your skin, and what you wear. I'm not saying you have to look like you are in a magazine, but you're not wearing your pajamas to the grocery store with your slipper. I see that so much, but they take time to take care of yourself. So when you feel better about yourself, it will come out and the light will come out. You have to take time. That I can't remember what I almost shared the post and I thought, no, I don't want to get things started. But it was something about taking care of themselves. I have to remember who it was. If I can find it, I'll let you know. But it's taking care of their skin. When they say, oh no, I don't want to take care of my skin. You're saying that you don't want to take care of yourself. You don't want to be a better you. God created us to be all that we can be. And if you don't want to take care of yourself, you better seek some Jesus, because God didn't create you to think that way. He didn't. Each one of us are important, and he wants us to be the best we can be. And when you're putting yourself down and not taking care of yourself, then you're saying, well, God, I don't like me, so just go to somebody else. That's the way I took it. It's just, you have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. to be inspired. And when she was talking about her 1-800 numbers, I remember, oh my gosh, I did not record tapes. I listened to cassette tapes. I did not record CDs. I listened to CDs. I got on the hot calls. I got on the 800 numbers to get inspiration. I got on those. And I did have a number. Oh my gosh, they keep sending me emails that somebody actually gets on. I still have that number. I don't remember what it is. I don't even remember how to log into it, but I get feedback. Somebody will call my number. My number, I used to put motivational stuff on there every day. I would get on and do something and have my unit call in to listen to the motivational thing. That was way before we did all the virtual stuff and we have what we have now. I don't even think we might have barely had cell phones. If you were in the right area, you could get connected. But I remember that, and I'm going like, oh my gosh, that brought back, I want to say Intelliverse. Might have been Intelliverse. But anyway, we used to call in, and I had, if you pushed a certain number, it talked about the career opportunity. If you pushed another number, it would tell you an inspiration, something, some training for the day. Yeah, we did some crazy stuff. And she did it, Dawn, Dawn did more crazy stuff because she was in a lot longer than me. So I've only been in 24 years. She's been in 38. So what was your biggest takeaway? Anybody? What was your biggest takeaway?
I don't know. All I know is that this is the first one of these I've been to, and it's really nice to be here. And I did appreciate how she's like, yeah, my man works, but I want to be a part of this, to be there for other women. That's also what I got out of it.
That's good. Yeah, because that's it. You know what? To see, I'm saying I worked with all men, and I did not have the bonding and the inspiration and the building up of people. They were always cutthroat. And so there was always putting us down, to where when I got into Mary Kay, I was in my pink bubble and I loved the inspiration. So I used to listen to the conference calls and the things that I could listen to while I was at work, just to keep me in my little pink bubble. So I didn't have to have the negativity come into my bubble, because I wanted to be, I wasn't raised that way. I wasn't raised to listen to positive stuff. I wasn't raised to be in a positive environment. I wasn't raised to like myself. And I heard somewhere it said something about love yourself. I don't know if it was at church. Yeah, there's something about we had to love ourselves. I wasn't taught to love myself or to like myself. I was always taught just do what you're told to do and just be quiet, be that. But I got into Mary Kay, and it's like they're teaching me how to be healthy, how to seek God first, how to like myself. Because when you like yourself, then you'll be nice to others. And that's what we're supposed to do, is be like that. So it is kind of inspirational to listen to her talk, because I don't know, Jessica, do you work?
I clean houses.
That's a hard job.
Yeah, it is.
I would like that job. I wouldn't like that job. That's a hard job. I just couldn't do it. I mean, I have a housekeeper.
Make sure you use lots of satin hands to keep them hands nice and soft.
Yeah. Or our hand soap is good too.
Yeah.
Put by your sink to keep it soft. But I used to have to clean house, and I did not like cleaning my own house. I don't want to clean somebody else's house. And so I always said, I'm going to have a housekeeper. And I do have a housekeeper. She comes every 2 weeks. But I like it. Not that I can't clean as good as she does. I don't want to. Somebody's got to do it though. Somebody's got to clean houses. And it's not me.
I used to hate to do that part of my job with caregiving.
Yeah. It's not me. I just don't want to do it.
I'm one of those weirder ones that where no one else will clean a toilet, I'll raise my hand. So I'm a weird one.
No, you're not weird. You're not weird. It's just, you know how to clean a toilet probably easier than most of us. Most of us do it the hard way because we don't want to do it. You know, I try to keep my toilet clean all the time. So when she comes, it's not a big mess to clean up. So, but anyway, it's good. So what are
For-
some key things you want to remember about her story or her tips?
I don't know, but I was gonna say, for me, the most inspirational thing, or whatever the last question you said was,
Biggest takeaway?
was the fact that she built her area in 6 months, built around in her area in 6 months.
I know that was fast. It's because she was focused and she was being a trailblazer. And that's what we used to do before COVID. We were all trailblazers. We did all kinds of things. And then COVID, uh, hit, and then we all kind of backed off. We didn't know what to do. It's like she said, COVID hit, and then she had to learn how. We all had to learn virtual. When COVID hit, I mean, only a few of us were doing virtual, not a whole lot of us, and we all had to learn it. So Karen says, an average person with average talents and ambition and average education can outstrip the most brilliant genius in our society if that person has clear, focused goals. Yes, you are so right, Karen. You're right. You have to have clear, focused goals. And it doesn't take a degree to do what we do. It doesn't take a degree. It takes a willingness to want to do it and to want to be successful and to want to be the best you that you can be. And I like that because you know what? You can hire yourself today and fire yourself today. You can hire yourself back tomorrow. You don't have to worry about somebody firing you as long as you're willing to do the work and learn. I want to say that one of the biggest things is learning. Like she talked about that book, Multiply Your God-Given Talents. I think I got that book maybe on my, and I never read it. Or I started to read it. I've got several books that I've just got too many books going on. So I have to actually stop and finish a book because I get them confused. So, but that might be a good book to read. And then today in Bible study, we heard of another book. Karen, do you remember what the name of that one was? Do you remember?
No, I don't, but it was by, I don't know.
I'll get it. I think hold on, Georgia sent it to me. It's 90 Days of Power Prayer by Keenan Bridges. 90 Days of Power Prayer. Supernatural declarations to transform your life. It's prayer, one every day for 90 days to transform your life. And so I might get the book and I might go on live on Facebook in the mornings in our unit page and actually do the prayer for the day every day and see what happens. 90 days, you can change anything. But a lot of it starts up here. You have to want to change. You got to want to change. Don't tell yourself you can't do it. God didn't create you to be a nobody. God only created a somebody.
It takes 21 days to make a
Yeah.
habit out of something.
Right.
Out of something.
But 90 days, if you notice Pam Shaw's planner is in 90 days.
Yeah.
If you do it in 90 days, you can totally turn everything around in 90 days. Wherever you're at in life, whether it's a diet or whether it's financially, whether it's spiritually, whatever it is in your life, you can totally turn it around with 90 days.
I'm just saying in general, it takes for
To build
something to become
habit.
to make it a habit, it takes 21 days to start. Like basically to start a habit and for it to become a habit versus
Right.
just a thought.
Right.
I want to do this versus turning it into a habit. It takes 21 days.
Right.
And
so,
then you go from there to change, to actually make it a change.
Yeah, our Bible study, one of the girls in our Bible study said she was really sick after leadership and she started reading this book every day. She read the prayer for the day or whatever it was, and it totally changed her life by today at Bible study. So that's been like a month, 30 days,
Mhm.
30 days in. Totally changed her life.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, so it might be something that I might get and do. I just I have to commit to myself to be able to get on every morning and do the prayer. I'll have to look at it to see how long the prayers are to see if I could schedule it in to do it.
Mhm.
Because I'm busy in the mornings up until a certain time, so it might be after a certain time. Um, but yeah, a lot happens. I missed a Zoom meeting this morning at 11. Totally forgot. Just getting my taxes done. My tax lady was on her way, so totally forgot about the Zoom meeting till after the Zoom meeting was over.
Yeah, my world's been crazy, crazy too. So
Yeah. So it's just one of those things. So anybody got anything good to say? Anything good that's happened this last week? Anything good that's booked? Any other bookings?
Do you know if besides the one, if anyone else won on, well, I'll have to touch base with you after on that for the football pool. But I know I had at least one customer win on my football pool,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
she's putting it,
I sent you the scores. I don't think you had anybody else that won.
and she's putting it towards her balance of what she owes versus buying any more, thankfully. Because she's one of my ones that carries balance,
Yeah.
which I think I'm gonna probably put a stop to the payment plan with her because sometimes she can be a little much.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to have discernment against whether that's going to work or not. I know that the gal that in my football pool, there's only one that won $75. And she was so excited, she texted me last night what she wanted.
Yeah.
She went over the $75. So
Cool.
only a few dollars over, but it was good.
Hey,
It was
at
good.
least you made a profit a little bit,
Yeah.
but a
Yeah. But
little
I
bit's
sold a
better than
lot.
none.
So if you figure it's $1,000 a sheet and I sold over a sheet and a half. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing.
Yep.
And the other people I notified that they had a credit and they haven't got back to me. So
Cool.
I actually put the credit on their account. So when they do order, it's there. I don't want them to wait for a year though to cash it in.
Right. It should say it's available for this month and this month only.
Yeah, I will.
February and March. You have till the end of March.
Yeah, I'll send them a reminder so they know that that's a good idea to be brought up. When you do coupons or gift cards, or like I did the football pool, the people that won, put a date on it. Don't let it go till December before they use it. You know what I mean? So it's like it's only good for, like in December when I was doing cards, I was doing gift cards to be spent in by January 31st. And so I had a few people that I actually mailed it out to them, a gift card, Mary Kay gift card. Some of my top customers, whatever it was I was doing in December, I mailed it out to them. But then everybody else I emailed and said they had a $10 gift card to be spent by January 31st. Well, if they didn't order, they didn't get to use it. It was just a special deal. It's not going to be dragged on until February, March, April, May. Just a thing that I was going to send it to a few people, and then I ended up sending it to all my customer base. Did they all order? No, they did not all order.
It's like my family members that I do Mary Kay for everyone except for my dad, um and then I do like I do a food gift card for them too, usually when I can. And so like a restaurant gift card for the adults, if I can. And so I did I go around at Christmas time or Thanksgiving, Christmas time, there usually is sales, buy one and get a bonus card, buy so much and get a bonus card. They all put a date, like you can't use it until the 1st of January, until the end of January. Or some of them are from the 1st of January till the 13th of February, or I think Red Robin's was to February 28th. So that's like, I think what I'm gonna start going with when I do gift cards, like gift cards and gift certificates and stuff like that around Christmas time for my customers, and then like for Easter and Valentine's and stuff like that, do the same coupons, gift cards, whatever it is. So that way
Yeah.
they're not taking and pushing it all the way out. Oh, I want to use this a year down the line.
Yeah.
Because if you leave it
Well,
open ended, they will.
I've had some, like, okay, so this, I just gotta say this. I had a customer, I'm doing the birthday thing every, in their birthday month, they get 20% off. Well, lo and behold, in January, I had, or was it December? December, I had a lady towards the end of December. She texted me that she wanted some products, or I talked to her on the phone or something. Something wasn't working. Whatever she ordered was not right or whatever. And so she wanted to get some products. It was right before New Year's Eve because I was going to a New Year's Eve party at my son's house. And so I'm on there trying to do her customer delivery order. And if they do not, let me just give you this tip. First of all, she lives in Visalia. And I went to her and did a facial and sold her some products. Okay, so when she went on, she thought she was going on my website. She went on to Vicki Halstead's website to order. She goes, I placed an order on your website. Well, and then she put in her card information, but since she's not Vicki's customer, Vicki would have had to push it through to make it go through. But Vicki was busy in a hot tub or a spa, a jacuzzi at her house. And then when she finally, the lady sent me a picture, I saw who it was for. So I texted Vicki and said, hey, this is my customer. She was trying to order. She had the wrong website. Make sure your customers know your website. Oh my gosh, it was $100 and something. And so I went ahead. So Vicki says, okay, I'm just going to deny it or cancel it or whatever. And I went ahead and pushed her order through from my website to send to her, but she had got the wrong color. And she goes, at that time, she goes, and I want to do my birthday discount. Well, I wasn't at home on my computer. I couldn't tell that her birthday was in November, not December. So I went ahead and gave her the 20% off. But since then, she's bought again and again. So she bought twice since then. And so anyway, I've got her foundation shade. I sent her a whole bunch of samples and another story. But it's the whole point is she did way over the amount. So make sure that you have an expiration date. Make sure when you're doing the birthday club monthly that they know, and send them text messages, emails, whatever it takes, calls, phone calls to tell them, okay, it's almost, your birthday month's almost over. Did you want to take advantage of your 20% off? Make sure that they know the deadline's coming. People are busy and they don't realize what they have. And sometimes they want to order, like she thought, I guess her birthday month was just going to keep going. And even though it wasn't her birthday, I don't know. She was going to party for months on her birthday, whatever the case may be. But just make sure that they know there's a deadline. And to back to the gift cards. Okay, so I went to Butcher Block at Christmas and bought all three of my boys $25 Butcher Block gift. You know what Butcher Block is, right? You know what it is? It's meat and seasonings. And my kids go there and shop all the time and get meat and seasonings. So it's quality meats. But I I was up, and this is a sales tip for you. I was up at the counter and I said, I want three $25 gift cards. And the young gal says, you know, if you get 4, you get the 5th one free. Just FYI, when I use Monica Gabot's 50% off sales deal, no matter how much, as long as they ordered 50 or more, I offer them the deal, whether they're going to take something or not. Offer the deal. I didn't have to take the deal, but you know what my thought process was? Oh, so if I pay $100, I'll get two more. You know, I'll get the 4th and the 5th. You know why? Brett's birthday is in February. Justin's birthday is in March, and they're the ones that cook. My oldest doesn't cook, but he got one for Christmas anyway. So Brett and Justin are going to get the extra gift cards. So just FYI, don't be shy in offering, you know, bumping up your sales. Hey, do you want anything from the 50% off sale? You know what? You qualify for 1, 2, 3, whatever they spend. For every $50, they get something 50% off from you. That's if you promote it. I do, because I want them on more products. I do. I want my people on more products. And then I heard on the hot call, I think it was a hot call yesterday morning, no, that was last night. If you were not on Momentum Monday last night, Idra Green was talking about the bundles, the brow bundles. She did one of her brows with the new brow kits, and she was talking on how she's having $149 brow appointments on brows, on the, you know, scheduling brow appointments, and she's bundling stuff together, whatever she would use on her brow, and not just the kit, but she's going across 4 different departments in our business. Do you know what a department is? I don't know. I wasn't going to get in this training, but I guess I will now. We have different departments. I want you to think outside the box. There's different departments. We have a skincare, we have the supplements, we have the color, we have the foundations, we have the body care. We also have, what's another one? Skincare, supplements, the eyeshadows, the foundations, the lips, and we have the body and perfumes. We have like 7 different departments in our store that we have, 7 different departments. So she's always saying cross-pollination. You don't just sell out of one department of your store. You're going to cross-pollinate every time you do a sale. Every time you do a sale. So think out of the box, cross-pollinate. And so what she said was, this is what she used. She had a $165 bundle, and she would sell it for $149. And what she used in that bundle, that eye appointment, the eyebrow appointment, I never did an eyebrow appointment before, but she used the eye renewal cream, because you have to have, you know, your eye cream on before you start with your eye. And then she had the brow kit. She used the clear brow gel, the concealer, the cream brush, the all over eyeshadow brush, the foundation, and foundation brush. And she literally did her brow and and prepped her eye, prepped the eye, no eyeshadow. That's another department. She prepped her eye and sold these bundles for $149 by just using those products alone. But she's selling them at her eyebrow appointments. And I thought, well, that's a new thought. I never thought to do a brow appointment. Did you think to do a brow appointment? Was that on your mind, to do a brow appointment with the new? And I never thought about using the clear brow gel. And she actually did. I'll have to get the playback so you can see it. She actually did her brow on there. And she put the eye cream on first. And then she used, I'm trying to remember what she did. Oh, I'll have to remember. I think the concealer, oh no, the concealer went on. No, the brow went on, and then the concealer. The brow kit, she used the brow kit, brushed the brows, put the clear gel on, used the concealer on the eye and up underneath. And when she put the concealer on, and then she put the highlighter of the brow kit on top of the concealer, and then she used her foundation to go up above. She says, don't be using highlighter lighter than your skin tones. Use your foundation up above to shape the brow, and then brush the foundation all the way down, you know, blend, blend, blend. So she used all those things, and she created these bundles. Now, I'm just saying Mary Kay is different. Everybody does it different. Everybody thinks differently. And I never thought about having a brow appointment before. I never thought. She goes, it takes 5 minutes to do it this way. Well, it takes her 5 minutes. It might take me a little longer until I got used to it, but it's an idea. So I'm sharing this idea with you guys. And if you want more information on how to do it, let me know. And, but yeah, I don't do my brows that way, but you know what? I might practice one time to do it that way to see if it works. Just saying, one time. Uh, I don't know. How would you like to do about 10 of those brow appointments at $149 a pop? That's a lot. Have you guys ever thought about doing a brow appointment? No?
No, but I am now.
I know. Momentum Monday. I'll have to post a playback. You'll have to scroll over. And another thing on Momentum Monday, Katrina had 4 consultants get on there, and they actually said, one of the questions she asked them is, because they're all good in sales, is how did you get your last new customer? Now I want you to think about this. How did you get your last new customer? One of them said, and it stuck out in my mind, I got mine off of TikTok in my book club. And I thought, huh, never thought about being on TikTok in a book club. Just saying. And the gal bought over $100 worth of stuff. So there's different ways to get new customers. I mean, and all of them had a different way that they met people. And some of them were social media, different ways. I mean, TikTok in a book club. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? She says there's a lot of women in our book club. And this one lady spent over $100. So, you know, I'll have to post a playback. You'll have to scroll across till you get to where those consultants are talking. Idra's in there and does her brow right after they get done sharing where they got their customers and their tips on sales and stuff. Because most of them are on target for the quart of sales, and they'll finish the quart. That's how far along they are. They'll finish the quart. Some of them, they don't have as much as me in. However, they have quite a bit in to where they're at princess quart already or a little over. So, and we still have months left, but they're talking about their tips on how to sell and different ways to sell and how they got their new customers. Their last new customer that they got. How'd they get it? So I'll post the playback. You guys will should listen to it. Scroll across. You don't have to watch the whole Momentum Monday playback unless you want to. There's a lot of tips in there. But scroll across and listen to those consultants. They had some good tips. I'm going like, whoa, but that TikTok one got me because I'm not on TikTok very much. And I'm thinking like, I need to learn how to get on TikTok because you can do a lot with TikTok just by doing little videos on how you put your makeup on or how you wash your face or just the products that you like to use and do a little video and it's you can sell it. So anyway, anybody else got anything to add? No?
I'm just glad that Jessica, Melissa, and Cora joined us this evening. I'm just so grateful. So thank you.
I
for
know I am too. I'm excited, you guys, about our March 2nd. Yeah, thank you, Cora, for getting on. Appreciate it. I appreciate it, really. Did you learn something? Cora, do you have anything you want to say?
Sorry, I had trouble getting my mute off. No, the thing that really stuck me is what when the boss babe was talking about what she did. She said she booked, coach, sale, and recruit, and she just did it over and over and over again. And I thought, okay, number one, get started, and then book, coach, sale, recruit. So
Yep.
that's it.
It's a 4-point recruiting plan. It's consistently doing the same thing over and over and over. You know, at first it's scary, but once you start doing it and you do it over and over and over and over, it becomes natural to you to do it. And when you stop to go on vacation for a week, you're going to go like, oh my gosh. And it's going to be hard to get started again, but get started and it'll come right back to you. You learn how to do it and it works. I'm just saying it works. I know that's how I've always done it. So it's consistently, but I'm excited because we have events this week, and I'm excited because I actually booked Rusty's March 2nd, 2 p.m. You guys can invite people. We're doing glass skin hydrofacials. We are on Thursday night too. Thursday night at 7, we're doing Zoom. We're going to do them continually on Zoom on Thursdays. Hopefully we'll get more people on, but Karen had people last week and it was fun. So we did a hybrid. She was at her house with her guests there, and I did the class, and we Zoomed in and I did the class, and it was good. And so this week, is she going to be at your house again, Karen? I don't
Just
know.
a
She's not
second.
me.
Hold on a
Oh.
second. I got a little sidetracked here. Let me see if I have anybody's schedule for Thursday. I do. I have some people for Thursday at 7.
Yep. They're going to be at your house.
Yes.
Yeah. See, and you guys need to get on just to watch, to observe. It's
Or
good
if you
to
want
get
to
on
come
it.
over, you can too. Or if
Yeah,
you want to come over, you can too.
Yeah, you can go over to her house, but I'm going to do it from here. So
I'll be in Bakersfield on Thursday. I could stop by, but my bus leaves at 9:28 at night from Kerr Medical.
oh, you're close. She's close to there. So you got it, girl. We'll have you out by then before then. Come and do your face.
Again.
Yeah, come and do your face again. Yeah, you can be one of our models. Either that or you can help her this time. Assist her this time.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. You know what? Because it's on the job training and you can learn by helping her and assisting her. So then you learn more about the products and you learn how to do it. So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. You're in Tehachapi, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. She said she was going to come up there and do a party for you.
Yes, on the 22nd. I already got flyers I have to print out.
Good. Good. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. You'll learn a lot on that day too. So I know Melissa's
Ooh,
scheduled.
there's a freeze warning there this week.
Yeah, it's cold up there in the mountains.
There's
Yeah,
actually a
that's all
freeze
right.
warning here this week too.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Yeah, we have another storm coming in supposedly this weekend.
Yeah,
It's warm inside the house though.
today, tomorrow, and Friday's supposed to be raining, but I think it was the news or something, someone said that it was supposed to be, someone I talked to today said there's a freeze warning for the valley floor
Mm-hmm.
for the next 3 days. But
Yeah.
on my weather app, it's showing 41, 50, and 47 as the lows, which doesn't say freeze warning to me. Freeze warning
Right.
is
Well, the
in the
closer,
30s.
yes, but the closer it gets to like Tehachapi, we're like between Bakersfield and Tehachapi, all those farms and stuff, those is what the warning's for, because that whole area could freeze and we can lose a lot of produce and stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That must be what they're talking about, because
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe we might get snow finally. Like
No.
it hasn't snowed since 98
No.
when 98 or 90, yeah, 98 when I went to Georgia when my daughter was like 3 months old. So
Yeah,
Oh,
I
wow.
don't know. Hey, career conference, the deadline to register is February 28th. And I know
I'm
Melissa's
already
already
registered.
registered, and I think Karen, you're registered as well.
I'm
Yeah.
not registered yet.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not registered yet. I have to see. It's my granddaughter's birthday that weekend. So
Oh,
I
When
have to
is
see
it?
what we're doing. Huh?
When?
The 15th.
Okay.
Career conference is March 14th and 15th. They always start in
14th.
the evening on the 14th and go to the 15th.
That's
So
Friday.
I don't know why I was thinking it was the weekend after that, but yeah,
no,
I'm already registered.
virtual is the weekend after that.
Oh, okay. That's why I
Yeah,
was thinking that.
yeah.
and
So
do we go to the conferences together, or how does that work?
Yes, we'll commute together and it'll be a lot less expensive for all of us. Even we're gonna like get a room and make expenses a lot less.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so yeah, we
yeah, yeah.
you would
So
probably
we-
have to come down here to then for all of us to go up to up north to Santa Clara.
yeah, yep. She has to come through here anyway to get there.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, yeah, yes. There's no way around it. Unless she takes a scenic route and goes up through Reno and comes down, there's no way around it.
Yeah, no,
So,
no.
Yeah.
There's no buses that way.
yeah. Okay, you guys, thank you for getting on. I'll let you go. We kind of went over a little bit. We're gonna say bye to Facebook.
Okay.
I know.
Good night.
Yeah,
Bye. Good
to
night.
Facebook, and I'm gonna stop. You guys have a great week. I'll see you later. See you Thursday.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Good
Bye,
night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.